So the next session is the presentation about Rehbar, which will be delivered by Sherif Saab himself, the chairman of Rehbar Financial Services, as well as the chief business officer, Mr. Azhar Ali, and Mr. Zaid Rizvi, the chief financial officer. So without any further delay, I'll hand it over to them to take it forward.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Those of you who were here right in the beginning when Dr. Ibad was speaking, he already showed you this thing, but I think there are at least 30-40% who came after that. And since this is the basis on which we do almost all our work, I think I should spend a little bit of time. So what we want to do in the endeavors that we are doing is that we take anything that we do, we take it through this filter. And the ultimate filtering criteria is whether it adheres to ethical principles, that is to the Sharia principles, right? So if that is not there, then we just don't touch it. And a level before that, we look at what we're doing. Is it fitting into the global standards? You know, we don't want to do something just for the sake of saying, oh, here is a halal, this thing. You know, there is nothing else available, so you might as well invest with us. That's not the way we want to proceed. Whatever we do, we have people who have done their degrees from very well reputed institutions, both in India and outside India. And we use their experience and we consult with other people who may not be directly related to us in terms of what are the global standards, what are the global methodologies which are adopted, and we take the best practices from those standards or those practices. And the third thing that we want to make sure is that whatever we do is within the boundary of the Indian legal system. Because we're doing it in India, we don't want to do anything which is against the Indian law. So if it fits all three criteria, then we proceed to do it. So which may actually prevent us from doing all the things that we want to do in Islamic finance. But even with these filters, there is a whole lot of things that we can still do. And towards the end of this thing, I will, give a list of those things. So after having gone through these filters, we have created 4 institutions. One is the Lifeline Foundation, which deals with the poorest of the poor, the people living in the slums. How do we enable them? How do we empower them? Especially the ladies. We took, for example, the model from Grameen Bank, which was a model for which Nobel Prize was given to Professor Yunus. So we took the standards from there. We made sure that it is within the Indian legal framework, and we removed the riba component from the Grameen Bank and made it completely interest-free, microfinance. From that came the request from the ladies that we would like something for our men folk also to do, and that was the start of Rehbar. And that's a big story. I think if I do that again, like Yawar Bhai said, we might have to arrange for breakfast also here. Okay. And the third and the fourth is Mount Judy Ventures, which is investing into startups. And startups at a later, not in the beginning, but at a stage when they have proceeded to show some product market fit. And then the Step Up Ventures, which is an incubator, where we help the very young companies to come and help them raise this thing. It's called the Step Up Ventures because we focus on the minority community, on people coming from tier 2, tier 3 towns, on the people who are traditionally disadvantaged, and how do we give them a step up so that they can actually compete with people who come from a privileged background. So the Lifeline Foundation was created in 2010. Rehbar was incorporated in 2013. Mount Judy Ventures, the company, the asset management company was created in 2017. The first fund in the Mount Judy Ventures is the Mount Judy India Growth Fund, which was set up in 2020. And then the Step Up Ventures started in 2020 itself. Okay. Then we also have something called a micro fund, where the Mount Judy India Growth Fund required an investment of 1 crore, which was not affordable for a lot of people. So to democratize it, to bring it down to a lower level, we created the micro fund, where the commitment required is just 1/4 of that. A lot of Islamic finance initiatives which are there. Some run by Muslims, some run by non-Muslims. The Tata Ethical Fund, Taurus Ethical Fund, and so on are for stock market investment, mutual funds. Microfinance, there is also Sahulat and Jan Seva in addition to the Lifeline Foundation. For mezzanine debt or debt on a profit loss sharing, today the only one is Rehbar Financial Services. Operating lease also, to the best of our knowledge, it's only Rehbar which is providing that. There may be others, we might have missed out. Fund management, you have Mount Judy. And the ones which are highlighted are those companies or those initiatives in which someone or the other in the Rehbar family is associated and is doing work along with them. Our long-term vision is actually to be able to do these things. The ones which are in bold white are the ones that we are already doing. So SME financing, microfinance, project finance, venture capital, we are already doing that, right? The ones which are not bold in white are the ones that it is possible to do it after having gone through our filters, and we want to do it. It will be there in our roadmap, if not in the next 2 years, 3 years, maybe in 10 years, maybe the next generation. But whatever it is, those are things that we want to do. The other ones, as of now, we have no plans of getting into it. I think I'm trying to go fast so that everyone gets.